One of the common misconceptions we get is that testosterone is normally associated with men and women don't have testosterone. So Janet, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, the misunderstanding is that even men don't have estrogen because we've assigned estrogen just to women, but actually men have just as much as women. So, but for women,
except when they're pregnant.
Exactly. So for women, though, our ovaries still produce, when we have ovaries, still produce a small amount of testosterone. Far less than what men do, of course, but it's still important to our overall health. And it's really basic biology that's been overlooked. If we go back to when we are a fetus and we're developing, we have the same parts. The expression just changes when we have our chromosomes that are expressing our genes. And as a woman, as we age, those levels of testosterone can become important for overall integrity of our uterus, our vaginal area, as well as our bladder, but our overall muscle mass to maintain that is very healthy as well.
And bones. Let's not forget about bones.
Sure.
Osteoporosis is a debilitating disease in women, and we prescribe all these quote unquote fancy drugs for osteoporosis. And every single one of those osteoporosis drugs that are prescribed for women, they are indicated in postmenopausal women.
Right.
Well, what do postmenopausal women lack? They lack hormones.
Right.
So why don't we fix the problem instead of treating the symptom?
Right. So we're putting, the whole thought behind replacement is putting back into our body what it naturally was making. And we're not talking about excessive levels that, we might see in the corner of extreme. We're talking just natural levels that will help us with performing the functions that we need in our body. And just to remember, a hormone is actually a messenger. So it really is given the body to make those bones and make them stronger, while the prescriptions that are being prescribed for women for osteoporosis are actually just keeping the bone there, but the bone does not become stronger. It might say on a T-score that, when they do a DEXA scan, that the levels are better, but in reality, those bones are really brittle.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Because what a lot of those drugs that are prescribed for osteoporosis do is they stop bone from breaking down, but they don't build new bone. And testosterone is an anabolic hormone. It helps to build tissue, and bone is no different. Men get osteoporosis also.
Yes, they do.
And it's not from lack of, we're taught in pharmacy school, med school, that estrogen is what keeps women's bones strong. But men get osteoporosis also, and it's not from lack of estrogen, it's from lack of testosterone. So I have an ongoing challenge, actually, that I would welcome any healthcare professional, any scientist, any doctor to find me a better bone building drug than testosterone. There's not one. Testosterone, hands down, is the best drug to prevent and treat osteoporosis. But what's even better? It just happens to have side effects of increased mood, increased libido, increased lean body mass, increased fat burning, of visceral fat especially, which visceral fat's are really bad stuff that makes you become insulin sensitive and prediabetes. So what if we had a drug that could treat all those things? Well, we do. It's called testosterone.